Next on Worcester News tonight, ahead of a big announcement Monday, we get a look inside at what might be happening at Worcester Regional Airport. Plus, it's opening day in Boston. Dozens of Red Sox fans taking the commuter rail in Worcester for the trip to the city. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Anna Botari. A big announcement is expected to come out of Worcester Regional Airport next week. This as the airport is approaching the 500,000 customer mark for JetBlue. And some think they're getting ready to grow even more. Our Cam Jandro joins us now live with the details. Cam?
Anna, there's a lot of hype around Worcester Regional Airport right now, and they're expected to make that announcement sometime on Monday. Some think a bigger carrier is coming to Worcester.
A big announcement expected out of Worcester Regional Airport. Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce President Tim Murray isn't saying much, but you can count him among the people excited about it.
I think there's a lot of anticipation that there'll be another airline coming to Worcester with additional service, and I think it really speaks to the momentum that's underway at Worcester Regional Airport.
JetBlue started operations in 2013. Since then, almost 500,000 customers have flown out of Worcester. If more service is on its way, it could open up opportunities for ORH.
I would assume that if another airline were to come into the city, they wouldn't necessarily look to be duplicating what JetBlue is doing at the moment, which is to Orlando and to Florida, and then May 3rd, starting daily service to JFK.
Massport CEO Tom Glynn says the airport is now looking to diversify the locations they fly to.
So, we have the leisure destinations in Florida. New York can be seen as a business or a leisure, so I think we'll be focusing on some business destinations.
Murray says a new airline, along with new destinations, could help Worcester better compete with the likes of Logan Airport and TF Green.
It does create a level of activity and interest of which ultimately they all benefit from. To me, it's exciting that the Massport and the airline industry is continuing to see this as a value and one that hope will continue to grow.
Now, the airport says the Cat 3 landing system is now up and ready to go. The system will make it easier for pilots to see when they're coming into the landing strip, and the airport hopes that also helps bring more carriers into the city. Anna?
Thanks, Cam. The state one step closer to a reform of its criminal justice system, including in the legislation, is language to protect police officers, co-sponsored by several central Massachusetts lawmakers. Gretchen LaRosa has the story.
Lawmakers pass a complete overhaul of Massachusetts' criminal justice system. It includes new language to protect police officers. Some say it is long overdue.
I believe there is a war on police, that for some reason it's okay to attack them and beat them up and try to assassinate them. And I think we need to have society push back and provide a level of protection and support for our police officers.
Auburn State Representative Paul Frost was among a group of Central Mass lawmakers to propose making assault and battery on a police officer a felony rather than a misdemeanor. Frost says a driving factor in this reform was the murder of Auburn police officer Ronald Tarantino Jr. in May of 2016.
The problem with Tarantino's killer was, he had a number of assault and batteries on police officers prior to the shooting. And they were all treated as misdemeanors, and he was able to keep going back out on the streets and conducting his business, which in many cases was illegal, and and on a routine traffic stop with a car that he wasn't supposed to be driving, with a gun he didn't own that he stole, and decided to take a police officer's life by shooting him in the back.
With the anniversary of Tarantino's death approaching, Frost says passing this bill could not have better timing.
And those who do go to that degree of assault and battery, okay, we're not talking about a push or a shove, and I want to make that very clear. But if they go to that degree of assault and battery with seriously bodily injury, they're probably, a bad player here. And they need to be treated differently than they are currently in our court system.
Worcester County District Attorney Joseph Early Jr. offered his support for the reform bill. In a statement released Wednesday, he states, "It is a good bill, and we look forward to implementing these reforms while working with the governor and the legislature to address any areas of concern moving forward."
Now, Governor Baker has been supportive of the new language in this bill. He now has 10 days to approve or make any adjustments. In the newsroom, Gretchen LaRosa, Worcester News Tonight.
There will be a change in leadership in the state Senate this year. Ways and Means Chair Karen Spilka will take over as Senate President beginning in July. According to a joint statement by current Senate President Harriet Chandler and Chairwoman Spilka, they've agreed after weeks of negotiation, Chandler will cede the presidency to Spilka the week of July 23rd. Chandler took over as acting Senate President in December when Senator Stan Rosenberg stepped down following allegations of sexual assault made against his husband, Brian Hefner. The joint statement goes on to say, "We have both shared a strong belief that our guided priority must be to ensure stability in the Massachusetts Senate." A vehicle crash in Oxford closes a half-a-mile stretch of Route 20 this afternoon. A utility pole was knocked into the westbound lane. The pole snapped in half and wires could be seen hanging close to the street. Both the east and westbound lanes of Route 20 and Route 56 were closed near Schmid Equipment in Oxford as crews worked to clean up the scene. No word yet on the cause of the crash. In Worcester, a tractor trailer leaning on its side after trying to turn into a parking lot entrance. Both Worcester police and fire were on scene as crews worked to tow the truck away. It happened around 11:15 this afternoon on Curtis Parkway. It appears there were no injuries to the driver. Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare getting national recognition from the U.S. Surgeon General on their efforts to prevent deaths from opioid use. Surgeon General Jerome Adams discussed the company's role in handing out Narcan to its members without copays. Harvard Pilgrim says this is in order to remove any barrier people may face to get the potentially life-saving medication. Harvard Pilgrim also offers trainings on how to use Narcan to their employees.
It's really impossible, I think, to go anywhere these days and not be reminded of how critical this issue is. So we know the difference that this can make. It saves lives.
The company was recognized by the U.S. surgeon at a meeting of the National RX Drug and Heroin Summit in Atlanta, Georgia. The Central Mass Housing Alliance is starting to gear up for the 33rd annual Walk for Homelessness. Tonight, the kickoff party was held at Coney Island in the city. Guests were served hot dogs while learning more about the walk fundraising and awareness building. Co-chair Father John Madden says tonight is an opportunity to grow the event.
This is my 4th or 5th year as one of the co-chairs with Kevin O'Sullivan, and we've seen it grow each year, little by little. So we're hoping for more growth again in this year too.
The walk will be held Sunday, May 20th. Switching gears now, it's the day Red Sox fans have been waiting for, the home opener at Fenway Park. And many in central Massachusetts made the trip to celebrate. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the story.
It's a day Red Sox fans wait all year for, the home opener at Fenway Park.
I'm so excited. It's like the best day of the year.
So excited. This is awesome. Since last year. Since last opening day.
Dozens hopped on the commuter rail in Worcester, taking them straight to the action in Boston. Kelly Mahoney is a die-hard Red Sox fan and says she tries to go to as many home openers as she can.
People know where to find me every night if there's a game on TV.
For others, this is their first time experiencing the excitement.
You can feel all the people around us now, and it's a great feeling.
Fans say opening day is supposed to be the official start of spring, but they had to prepare for cooler temperatures Thursday.
Scarves, gloves, I have long johns on.
Sox fans say they are optimistic about the season, hoping the Boston Red Sox go all the way this year.
Looks pretty good so far. I'll take 5-1 start in the season.
We're going to win the World Series, no doubt about it.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.